Hello guys, so today I'm going to show you how to paint with a good old jar of coffee. It's a great medium to use because it's just like using watercolours. So you can see this is dried, but you can work from dark all the way to light. Also what you're going to need are, I've got a watered down version of the coffee in here. You only need a tiny little amount. Guys, don't go pouring huge big mugs of coffee because you don't need it. So there's not a lot of granules in that one, and this one's very much watered down as well. Okay, I'm going to experiment with this, guys. I've done a very simple little sketch here of an espresso mug, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the coffee onto the page, and we're going to see if we can create a mug of coffee as if it's spilt. So bear with me, let's see if this works, shall we? So I'm going to pour the coffee onto the page and we'll work with it. Okay, it's pretty random, I know, but let's see what happens. I've also got a cup of water because you can dilute the coffee as you go along. I've only just started working with this as a medium to paint with, and I absolutely love it. When it dries, and we're going to be using a hairdryer as well, guys, and that is because I want to speed it up. I've got some kitchen towel as well because I'm going to soak up some of this coffee because there's a lot of it and it tends to kind of accumulate in sections, and I don't want that. So I'm going to use the paint that's in here. I'm also dabbing it onto my kitchen towel as well because I don't want huge amounts of coffee. So let's put the shading onto the inside of our little espresso cup. Go around the edges, and you know, use your techniques if you were to use watercolour. As you can see, I've not even added any more water onto this. I don't need to. I'm just going back in to the Spilt Coffee and then going around the edges and creating our tonal shades. Remember guys, you need to work out where your light is forming or falling onto your mug. So I'm going to have mine coming down from the top, so my lightest area is going to be at the top here, and obviously on the handle at the bottom here. So we're going to have more darker areas at the bottom, so you're going to come in and create those, and you'll see when I get the hairdryer to this, you'll see how dark the actual coffee changes, the colours, and also it leaves a very nice shine at the end. But I can't show you that, you'll have to wait and see for yourselves. But I love this. This is just such a change from using watercolours. And I just think it's an exciting, and everybody has access to it as well. I mean, everybody must have a jar of coffee somewhere, and if you don't, go and buy one. They're not that expensive to buy. Right, I'm going to dab this over with some kitchen towel because I do not want all of this excess coffee. So let's just hold it on there until it absorbs, and the other side as well until it absorbs. Okay, and again here. Okay, so I'm just dabbing that away. Alright, and I'm going to dab that bit as well because I'm going to use the hairdryer in a moment, so we're going to speed this up, and obviously if the hairdryer gets to this, it's going to blow a line all across our page. Right, You might want to speed this up because obviously it's going to be a bit dull while you watch it dry. So let's do this quickly. Right, okay, so that's what I was saying, but I quite like that actually. I think that looks quite nice. Right, I have, now I'm going to use the darker toned coffee, so there's quite a few granules in there, but not much water added to it. So I'm just going to lightly pat into that and go on the edge of the cup, and you'll see that there will be darker tones already, and you just blend them in to create the shadows of the inside of your coffee mug. And it does resemble watercolours as well, I think. And as I say, I really like working with this. And for those of you that love coffee, which I do, you get the gorgeous smell of the coffee as you are working. Okay, so I'm going to go around the edge. And around here. There. Handle. There we go. I'm new to all of this YouTube posting videos. I'm quite an amateur, so as you can tell, I would like to put music onto my videos, but I'm currently investigating that one, shall we say. And let's put some more depth into that spilt coffee. And as I say, you can add water to this to tone it down and to work with it a lot easier. You can manipulate it a bit better because it kind of goes congealed. It's very strange. Just work with it, and you'll understand what I mean when I say congealed. And that's what gives it that gorgeous shine at the end. When it dries, you'll see what I mean. I'm not being too particular about, you know, the actual finish on my mug, because I quite like the idea. You know, it's almost like it's watercolours, so I don't want to well, I don't want to put too many dark tones into it, let's put it that way, because this is a nice white coffee mug. Let's put a few here. And you can, you can blend it, you see. And I think we need to come a little bit darker on here, because obviously the light is forming from the top here, and I want these darker areas to be emphasised. I think we're just about done, guys. What do you think? Easy peasy. It didn't take long at all, did it? Not at all. Right. I'm going to let that dry, and then you will see the final picture of it on my channel. Have fun, guys, with the coffee.